Alright, we're back, and last time we shot the gun, we made bullets, well, not bullets, we made lasers come out the gun, and we also learned how to swing the sword and stuff. So what I wanted to do this time is a short video. I don't think I even planned this one, but I saw a barrel, and I was like, yo, every time in games, whenever you see a red barrel, doesn't that mean you can shoot it and it explodes? Of course. So let's add that into our game because I found a red barrel. So if you want to find this red barrel, go to your add Quixel Mega Scans and search for red rusty metal barrel. That's what it's called. Rusty metal barrel, and you'll get this barrel. It looks pretty cool, but we need to make a actor out of it. So once you have it downloaded, in the same folder, you can right click, and make a new blueprint class that's an actor. And we'll call it explode barrel underscore BP. Alright, double click on your explode barrel. And you know the drill, we're going to have to set this up. So first thing we need to do is add a static mesh. So static mesh, and we need to change the static mesh to the barrel. So select your barrel over here and just change the static mesh. There we go. We got our barrel in there. Now what we need to do is set up some code for this barrel so that it knows to explode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add first of all, a particle system. So add a particle system. And this one on the right hand side, we're going to search for explosion. It should be up there. If you have the starter content, explosion should be already there. So make that explosion, right there in the middle of the barrel. And we don't want this to be live right now. So we need to auto activate, click that off. Alright, cool, that's good. Compile, save. Next thing we need to do is add a variable. So let's add a health variable. Health. And the only reason why we're going to do this is so that we can get rid of this barrel a little bit easier. So watch this. We could do it with an integer this time because we don't need it to be like percentages or anything like that. It just needs to be a solid number. So let's set the health to 4, right? Compile and save. Now, the health is at 4. We've got the particle system on. I think now what we need to do is we need to make a collision box. So add a collision box or a sphere. I'm going to do a box for mine. And I'm just going to make it cover the whole thing. Boom. That way you don't have to be too accurate. That's basically going to be our hit box so that we can hit this thing. And I don't want you to have to, be like a sharpshooter or nothing like that. So I'm going to make it a little bit lenient. Cool. Now that that's set up, we can kind of come in here and set up the event graph. But before we do that, let's set up our laser. So, content. Third person, blueprints. This should be in bullets, so our laser. So, remember our laser? We had a box around the laser. That's our hit box. Click on that box, and let's go to the event graph. While that box is clicked, on the right hand side, scroll down and press on begin overlap. Right? Now, because this bullet's going to be overlapping quite a few things, the first thing we need to do is hold S and click and make a sequence. And then what we need to do is hook that sequence up here, and then we can cast the third person character off of this one. But we don't need the third person character. We actually want to cast to the barrel. So cast to explode barrel. BP. Hook the object up to other actor and move this down. Cool. So when it overlaps the barrel, so when the laser overlaps the barrel, what we want to do is get the barrel's health. So get health. And then we want to subtract 1. Minus, so to subtract 1. Right? And then we want to set that health right there. So drag off of here and say set health. And connect that up. And we're going to connect this health to that health. So basically, whenever the laser overlaps the barrel, the health is going to be -1. And we can get this a little bit tighter because we don't want it to just overlap the barrel. We want it to get in that hitbox. But we'll worry about that at the end, like when we're trying to get damage from the barrel. So anyways, the laser hits the barrel, it takes away 1 health, it sets the health. Compile, save. In the barrel, we need to go to the event graph. In the event graph, let's make a function here. So plus a function. And we're going to call this check death. Okay, for this, what we need to do is get the health. And we want to see if that health is less than or equal to 0. Okay, now put a branch. So hold B and put a branch. And for the condition, we'll just hook up this condition here. Alright, so if your health is less than or equal to 0, then we're going to set the health as 0. And we're going to destroy the actor. Or, this is the weird part. So what we have to do now is figure out how we want the death to happen. So it's going to check the death, and if it is dead, it's going to do something. So what we need to do is we need to take this particle system and enable or activate. So type in activate it, and it's going to activate the particle system here. Before this, we can also hold off the static mesh and type set visibility. Boom, boom. To new visible is nothing. So leave all that how it is. So it's going to set the visibility. It's going to activate the explosion. Let's delay for a second or two. Which we can't do it inside the function, so no worries. So it's going to activate that, and then we can make it disappear. That's what we're gonna have to do. I'm just trying to think about the timing because there's no delay here, so all this is gonna happen instantly, and that might be fine. So let's just destroy actor at the end. That might be fine. Save. Cool. So it says that this is the check death function. When the health is less than 0 for the barrel, it's going to set the barrel's health at 0. Then it's going to set the visibility of the mesh to nothing. So the barrel will disappear, and then the particle system will activate, which is the explosion, and then the actor will be destroyed. Let's see if that happens, right? We could put some checks there to make sure it's really happening. And I'll show you how to do that if we don't get it to do what it needs to do. So let's bring our barrel back out into the world. Remember, use the BP. Cool. Now, because I don't have the aiming thing all the way down yet, I'm going to make this barrel a little bit bigger. And we'll set up aiming like it'll be tied to your controller. So let's shoot this barrel. Oops. I need to press Q. See, so like I said, I don't know if it's because here, let's make it a little bit bigger. Just gonna pick up the gun, Q. All right, so something's not registering, and this is why we need to put checks in, right? This is how we do a check here. So let's. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't call it. Whoops. All right, my bad. I just made the function here, and I didn't call the function. So let's call the function actually. So in our laser, when it overlaps the barrel, we want to set the health as -1, and then we want to do check death. Check death. Boom. Now it should disappear. Alright, so we have to call that function that we made. Let's try it out one more time now, because that might have been my error. Okay, press Q. Yep, there we go. Only thing is it did not explode. So, and I know why it didn't explode. It didn't explode because we have the function running, and here's what we're going to do now. So the function says for the visibility, blah, 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 activate. Let's take the destroy actor off. And then save. So then when we go to our laser, check death, we'll say delay for about, that's fine, honestly. I'll do 0.3 or 4 just to be safe. 0.4. Delay. And then I want to destroy the actor. So drag off of this and say destroy actor. So this way the barrel will explode this time, and we'll see it. So press play, grab your gun, grab the gun, equip the gun. Okay. So that didn't work either. What's happening is that we don't have a do once on the laser going through. So as it's passing through here, it's continuously counting that it's overlapping. So let's call it a do once, right? So go back to your laser, and we want, when the overlap happens, we only want this to happen one time. So drag off of here, and you can either hold O, I believe, on your keyboard, and it'll put in a do once. Then at the end of this, after check death, oh, I got it. Let's put in another variable here. So on the exploded barrel, let's put in a variable that's a boolean, and we're going to say dead. Question mark. Alright, cool. Save. Alright, so we need to fix this up. So, on the check death function in the barrel, if the health is less than or equal to 0, set the health to 0. Also, set dead to true. Perfect. Compile, save. Now in our laser, after we check the death, because now we know that check death is going to set dead to true, we'll delay, and if dead is true, to get dead, we need to drag off the barrel. So drag off the barrel and type in dead and get dead. Hook it up. If that is true, then we want to destroy the actor. Bow. So it's going to do the check. It's going to wait. Then it's going to say, off of that check, if the dead part is true, I'm sorry about that lawnmower outside, but if the dead part is true, then it's going to destroy the actor. Sure. Let's try now. Q. Woo! Perfect. So that's how you get an exploding barrel. Now, I was going to show you how to make the barrel like give you damage, but I'll save that for the next episode because I didn't expect this one to be this long. Um, but at least we have exploding barrels now, and that's freaking awesome. So I will holler at y'all in the next episode, and we'll get some damage to get. We'll take damage from this barrel exploding. You know, if we're too close to it. So that's what we'll do in the next episode. But thanks for joining me in this one, and I will holler at y'all next time. Peace.
Hey!